Very fast. Please, you have the floor. You can share your mysterious happy water card. That's mermaid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So usually when we meet, we discuss the occurrences of the week, or when we meet, things that has happened as or the last time we meet or we met.
Okay.
So he was telling me that he had a request by the beach, and where the request, the map took him was directly at the beach where there's no structure someone can come from. So it's like he was there for a while, then he sent a message and the person arrived that he's coming. Then so for some time, no reply again. So he called and the person said he's coming. So he was there like 5-8 minutes later. He just saw someone by the car and the person said we should go. It was a lady, very fair, beautiful. And he was surprised, like he said his heart initially. He was scared, so he was like, hey, where did this person come from? So they decided to he set off actually. So he was just looking at her through the mirror. He couldn't talk because he was afraid himself.
He was afraid?
Yes, he won't be afraid.
He said he won't be afraid.
Yeah.
So afraid. Why was he afraid?
Where to him, like, where the person came from.
Okay.
Because there was no place, you know, that he came from this side or this side. It was plain, but someone just came and said, let's go.
So this happened in Accra?
In Accra.
Wow. Which beach was it?
Around this side.
La
side.
Oh, okay. Yes. So when he got to the place, it was empty, no buildings, nothing.
No buildings, nothing. You know, sometimes you can get a request at the beach.
Okay.
And maybe it could be a weekend. You just see them by there. People, they have events, and people will just come out. So you know they were there. They are human beings that are coming. But it's in the night, almost midnight. And you have, yes, almost midnight.
He got the request midnight?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time he got there, was almost 11:48, getting to 12. By the time she arrived, it was midnight before they set off.
Wow.
Yes. So on the journey, he couldn't talk. And he really didn't want to talk. The girl didn't also say anything. So they just set off. It's just that the location they went to is what I forgot. Wow. So it's like when they got to the location and said she would pay with Momo. He said okay. And gave him the number and the person sent. He said after that he just closed. enough of experience for one day.
Wow. So he tested the girl and the girl said I'm coming. All he realized that the girl was by the car.
Yes, by the car.
He didn't see her coming.
He didn't see her coming.
And there are no buildings to show that she's coming. It was just the water.
It was just the water and the sand around.
And then she just came out.
She just came. He only realized the girl is saying let's go.
By the car.
By the car.
This thing is maybe I go panic.
So he said because it happened that way, he couldn't utter a word during the journey. He just dropped her and the person sent the move. She very fair lady, beautiful.
Because somebody I'm going to pick, the place is deserted, just by the sea, no building, nothing.
No building.
And then you test me that you're coming. A few seconds later, you're by the car.
By the car.
Wow. Yes. So, I mean, these are some of the things you guys encounter at night, right? Because yes. I've shot a lot of episodes where people have told me about mysterious characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it seems almost every day you guys come across new ones.
Yes.
Wow. And then you before I end it, you told me you had some weird experience. I mean, personally, taking care of yourself away from family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's been hard.
From childhood?
No, after senior high school.
Wow.
Yes. So after high school, I'm passionate about IT.
Okay.
I like programming and those stuff.
Okay.
Yes. So I didn't have the mind of going to university because I just wanted to get on the job.
Okay.
And I didn't like 4 years in the university where they teach you virtually nothing. And I just wanted to. So after school, I just took my time to learn this programming. Though in school, I was learning it. But when I came back from school, when I wasn't going to school, it gave me more time to learn. So I had to learn. So far I can write 13 programming languages. Yes.
So you taught yourself?
I learned it myself. No class, no nothing.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
You taught yourself how to program?
I taught myself how to program.
What did you use? YouTube?
YouTube partly, and most of the times I use PDFs.
Oh.
Yes, and through that I met some people that also gave me books that I read. And there was one bookshop at Achimota Old Station. Yes, Old Station with the Unity filling station. That site, you walk by that. There was so when I go, I look at the money in my pocket. I look at the programming book, then I choose. Then I go. Yes.
You buy it?
I buy it.
Wow. So, teaching yourself, we can pack it. The down there is not good. So, okay. So, teaching yourself how to write programming, what are some of the benefits you derive? Are you working with it now?
Now, I want to go fully into it, but it's just that things are not still as I want to. My machine I used to code is old. I need a newer computer that's powerful. The programming, the integrated development environment requires a lot of now processing power.
Okay.
Yes. And there's some of the features called artificial intelligence, it will suggest, when you start typing, it will suggest
what you want to
type for you, so that it makes it easier. Yes.
Wow.
So I'm looking at all those things, and now the challenges of rent
in Accra.
I know, right? Yes. So
I know, right?
all those things, since it comes hard like that, I have to let go of those aspects and focus on them, because
to bring the money.
Yes, you need money to take care of yourself, and also all this kind of things. So I want to now go fully into it. Yes, but
but do you have the ambition to sort of like
there's
go
a
to
lot
university for it again, or you
now if I get the chance, I'd rather use the money for investment rather than going to the university, because as of now I know when I get the money, I know where I'm supposed to invest
the money. Okay.
Yes,
that's intelligent.
Yes,
you know where to put your money, so it's not that now that you have to go to university and learn.
No, I know.
You were telling me university.
Yes, because since I learned programming, there are people in the university who came to me. Some of them were in the some of them were in the computer. How should I say? Computer science course, and some of the petty projects they brought to me, like they don't understand, so I have to teach them and stuff.
And you learned it yourself? I
learned it myself. So I look at these things, and some of them final year projects. Some of them reach out to me to help them. And I look at, so you go to school, they didn't teach you anything, master. They just taught us the basis of this and this and that.
So, you have an interesting aspect to life. So, how do you call it? Would you say university is waste of time?
I wouldn't say
in
that.
Africa here.
I think the course must be adjusted. Because somebody who completes computer science course in Ghana here and someone who completes in the US are two different things. Because if you look at most of the technology like Google and the other aspects, most of them were started when they were in school. Looking at Facebook, the man started it.
Yes, and he had to drop.
Yes. Bill Gates learned programming, and somewhere along the line, he has to drop out.
Yeah. They all, when you read their stories, somewhere along the line, they all drop out. So, with you, because I'm intrigued by what you're saying, you learned programming, and now university people come to you, and you teach them.
Yes.
You taught yourself.
Yes.
And then you taught yourself to be better than people that have gone to university.
Yes.
You deserve 5-star. So when they come to you, do you tell them you didn't go to university?
Mostly because of the way I speak, and when it's a project, the way I type, they can hardly differentiate whether I'm going to university or not. But most of them don't ask. Yes, and maybe they don't know.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, boys, that's so nice. I mean, that's so good to have somebody that taught himself all these things, and then I have people that went to university for 4 years to come to him and say, I want to learn from you. They don't even know you didn't go to university.
Yeah.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
So,
I mean,
there are basic apps I've written. Yes.
You have them on your phone?
I have one here.
Okay, so guys, he's showing us the apps he developed himself.
The other ones that are still in the progress, but this one,
this one,
still one.
Please zoom it out so that
subscriber. This one.
It's called a subscriber.
Subscriber.
Okay, so what does subscriber do?
Subscriber, I just look at it in the way sense that when you want to check balance, you have to dial *124#. Certain time network is bad, it will fail, and you have to dial it
Even
again.
today, I had the same experience.
So now I did it like when you want to subscribe to a bundle or something, you don't need that. Let's say. So looking at it, let's say you want to subscribe to a bundle. Let's say for MTN, you have to dial *134 and go through the process to buy the bundle. But I have done it one. So if you want the 500 megabyte bundle, you just select. If you have that same amount of credits on your airtime, it just deducts and you just also subscribe to it.
So no need to use short code.
So it's the same short code, but it's like pre-configured. Everything is in the app rather than you typing them manually. It will just take you to the stage where you just buy the thing. Simple.
My boss. So you found a way around the problem.
Yes.
And then you developed an app from it.
Yes.
So this app is functional. People are using it.
It's functional, yes. No, really, I had a challenge. Before you upload it to YouTube, you must pay. I think
App Store. App Store.
Play Store.
Play Store. Sorry.
You must pay a one-time fee of $25.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And there were things I wanted to add to it, which I've not gotten the time to add. So far, I've also added the recharge menu where if you buy a scratch card, you just scratch the card, you place your camera, and it will pick the digits from the card. Then you just...
No, boss, repeat that side again. Why are you busting my brain like this? Say it again.
So I've developed in such a way that when you look at it here, when you come to recharge,
that's also another app.
No, it's the same subscriber, but there's a part called the recharge. So you choose your camera. When you select the camera, it comes.
Please raise it so that my phone.
So when you buy the card, you just scratch it.
The phone is a bit dark. Can you increase the brightness? Yeah, so that my people can see it. Because man, guys, this is somebody that taught himself how to code. He has never been to university. Let's say I can qualify him as a school dropout.
Not necessarily, because I completed senior high
school.
Just that I've not gone to the university.
I mean, and he has developed his own app. This is the app.
So when you do it in the night, you can use the torchlights. You can clear. When you pick the digits from there, you can do direct bundle. I've made in such a way that if you've not picked the digits, you cannot bundle. So the moment the digits are available, you can do that.
You can do that.
And I also did it for transfer. The transfer customers must dial. If you somebody who does reselling, that means you must dial a long short code like *138 *3 before the number, before other digit. So I just also brought it in such a way that the recharge, in such a way that everything is pre-configured. But when you take the person's number and the amount the person is buying, you just your code. They have a secret code, which the system will save.
Will save for you.
No, that means the person. Let's say you are doing a transfer, the system will say that 4 pins on the system for you, which is not viewable.
Okay.
So the moment you do the transfer, to add the values to it. So look at the example like this, like this 0544. If it's lesser than 10, it won't proceed.
Okay.
So you go, then to ask you the amount, then you do, let's say 2 cedis, 50 pesos. Then you go and you click transfer. Then since I've saved a code there. So the moment you click transfer, it will just tell you which SIM you want. So if you select the chip, it will just go direct.
Oh, okay.
They say access denied, you are not a reseller. So if
Okay.
you're a reseller, you should have gone direct without dialing
anything.
that long short code. Yes.
So do you have any app you want to bring out again?
Yeah, there are other ones
that you've developed.
It's still in the developing process, but just that because of the driving, I'm not having much time to focus
on programming.
On programming.
Okay, boss. Before we draw the curtains down, so guys, some of the motivational stories I shoot on the program. He didn't go to university. He's just an SS graduate, right?
Yes.
Who didn't go to university. He sat at home, used YouTube and other books to learn how to program. He now has his own app, but because Ghana is Africa or the world is at a difficult place, he's doing the Uber business just to take care of himself. A man has to eat, he has to pay his own rent and stuff like that. Bills are always coming up. So boss, before we go, your final words.
How should I say it?
Please say it anyhow you want to say.
I would say that looking at ambition, usually school should not be a stopping point.
Okay.
If you have a dream, you shouldn't rely on schooling.
Okay.
You see, because skills speaks more. Even no matter how long you spend in school, when you get on the job, you still need the skill that will make you unique in the company or wherever you are. And I think school shouldn't be a stumbling block for us young people coming. If you want to learn something, you can learn it in modern age. Yes.
Wow.
So that's what I can say.
I think what you're saying is true, because there are certain things I edit sometimes. I didn't go to school to learn them.
Yes.
I just
but because you want to learn
I wanted to learn them.
You
So
learn
I
it.
went to YouTube, I read books and stuff like that. And
in the world, we are deceived somehow. You know, somebody will call himself a medical doctor. He went to learn it. So if you are a cleaner, why can't you be a medical doctor? When you spend the same amount of time in school, you can still become a medical doctor. But just like in the age, people think, oh, you didn't go, you can't do you're a cleaner. And most of the time, we see those people in high position, we respect them, but rather the people in the low positions
should be respected.
Anybody, me like this, you like this, can become a medical doctor if you spend the same amount of time in school. You can become an engineer when you spend the same amount of time in school.
Wow.
Or let's say you get the same, or you can still learn it even if you don't go to school. You can still learn it. Now, internet is
making things possible. So no one should be crying, I don't know this, I know this. Just go in there, type it,
learn it.
There are multiple
and
videos.
You practice it. Because my own, what made me perfect was that I used to spend a long time. When I learn, I practice. I learn, I practice. So sometimes I sleep like 4, 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Yes, just because I wanted to learn it and I wanted to know it. So after learning, I must practice.
Okay, so guys, my boss has said it. He's getting requests and he's on the job. I don't want to waste much of his time. But what he said that I want everyone to take home after watching this particular episode is, if you learn, you will know. Everyone can become whatever they want to be. He's now a programmer. He didn't go to university to learn it. He sat home, spent hours, practiced it, and now he even teaches university people how to program. The basic things that even they should know at the university, he's now teaching them. I want to say God bless everyone for watching. God bless my boss. Honestly speaking, when we started shooting, I didn't know he had this strong motivational story that he could add. I'm so privileged that I picked him today. The program is Ride and Chat. My name is Dr. Sam. From myself and my boss, we say au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for
Thank you too, my boss.